Hi, everybody, and welcome to my second attempt at a YouTube Live. Thank you so much for bearing with me, those of you who are watching along. I'm shooting for Thursdays at 10. However, the first couple of weeks, uh, are a little bit of a learning curve, and although I sat down to be prepared to come live at 10 today, well, you'll see it's 10:10, and it just took me a little bit of time to refigure out everything I needed to do. So it'll get better, and we're shooting for Thursdays at 10, at least for the winter time. So today I want to tell you about a couple of new things I have. Basically, I had a little bit of a tough time last winter, um, where I spent a lot of time by myself, and that's fine. But especially in the winter, I can go from pretty easily from enjoying my own company to what I call crippling solitude. And that is when I'm actively trying not to see or talk to anybody, including family and close friends. And um, so that's what happened to me last winter. So I was, kind of chugging along and doing things that were easy, AKA designing and knitting up projects. But the hard parts of writing the patterns and finding the photographer and um, doing some marketing and stuff like that was just too overwhelming last winter. And so I have a few projects that have been done for a long time but need to come out. So one of those is Wandering Road is what I called it. That's at least its working title. It's a double knit hat with Why Not Fiber Steady is the orange, and Utopia Helix is the kind of the gray blue variegated. Um, so what that is, and this is one that oh, I already said that I've had done for a while, and I just couldn't get my act together, um, and get it done up, but it is now, ready to go to the tech editor this afternoon. And that yarn is the Steady is a, commercial superwash DK, dyed by, Why Not Fibers, and the Helix is from Utopia, which is in Wisconsin. It is I have the ball band here, 100%, it's a Ramule, I don't know if I'm saying that right, um, Tarhi wool blend, um, and it's, Wisconsin sheep, so and it Utopia also mills it. So it's kind of cool, it's, one of those yarns where each ply changes color at a different time, so you have a lot of complex color changing, and I'm really loving this kind of yarn for double knit patterns because I think it just adds extra interest, um, to a double knit pattern. So if you've never tried that before, give gradient yarn a try as one of your yarns, and they can be really cool. Um, the other one I have that is this one I just did this winter, as part of developing Technicolor double knitting. So this one's 3-color double knit. Um, and I'll show you both sides. So there's 3 colors in the bottom and then just moving up to 2 colors because doing an entire thing in 3 colors takes a long time. So it's a little bit faster if you do a little pop of color and then um, just kind of finish it up with 2 colors and fun um, patterns. So this doesn't have a name yet. I haven't thought of a name. If anybody wants to contribute a name, that'd be lovely. Naming is one of those things. uh, that I just don't get right a lot, or I don't have great ideas. Um, so this is Why Not Fibers also, Smitten DK. And Smitten is a Finn alpaca blend. So Finn is the type of sheep. It is grown locally here in Michigan, as is the alpaca. So it's a 70, I have the ball band here, 70/30, 70% Finn, 30% alpaca. So it's really soft. It's nice next to the skin, um, and very warm. It's a DK weight again. So both of these hats are the same gauge, the same needle size. Um, so what am I saying? Oh, the Finn. The Smitten DK is another farm to needle yarn. So now that I've talked about two different yarns, you'll notice a little bit of a theme, which is one of the things that I'm really passionate about, which is finding um, local. Local to me is the Great Lakes region. So I give myself a pretty wide um, geographical region for my local region. But I try and find uh, companies that are making their own yarns from their own local sheep. It doesn't have to be like these are my sheep and I mill them, but that you're working with looking for farms that are producing wool and turning it into great yarns. So that is the case for both the Smitten and the Helix are both, Michigan in the case of the Smitten and Wisconsin in the case of the Helix, local yarns that are, supporting your local farmers, your local mills, your local, yarn shops, maybe your yarn shops if they're a wholesaling, but yarn dyers, that's what I meant. So it's keeping the core of yarn creation alive and also supporting your local economy. So that's something you're going to see a lot of in my videos is this new yarn that I found from so and so. And while I'm most interested in yarns from the Great Lakes, I also know that there are yarns further afield that uh, in the US that are doing the same thing. So I will probably go outside the Great Lakes at some points, because I find this new yarn that I want to tell you about. Um, what else? I think that's it. So it's snowing here today in northern Michigan. So I'm going to go outside and shovel some snow. Yay. Um, so as I said, thank you guys for bearing with me, and this will get better um, as I get the hang of what's going on. And I hope to see you again next week. Okay, bye.